Well, here we are. Welcome to our final session of Beyond the Basics. My name is Mohammed Bilal, and I want to kick things off by saying a huge congratulations. Seriously. Over our past 11 explainers, we've gone through everything from database build oversight all the way to prepping for that crucial lead CDM interview. You've put in the work, you've soaked up the knowledge, and now it's time to look forward. Today is all about mapping out that bigger career picture, what comes next, and how you can start building the future you really want.
And that quote on the screen, that says it all. You have a rock-solid foundation as an intermediate clinical data manager. Now we're going to use that foundation to build a career that isn't just successful, but one that you're actually excited about. So let's get right to it. Let's start drawing that map.
All right, so for most of you, the most logical right in front of you next step is going to be that senior or lead clinical data manager role. But listen, this isn't just about a new title on your email signature. It represents a massive shift in how you operate. You are moving from supporting the work to owning the work. Let's break that down. As an intermediate CDM, your day-to-day is probably focused on getting tasks done, right? You're supporting the study. But when you step into that lead role, the whole game changes. The focus shifts completely from doing to owning. You become the single point of truth, the one who is ultimately responsible for the data integrity of that entire study. And what does that ownership really look like? Well, you'll be accountable for all the big study-level deliverables. You'll start mentoring junior staff, passing on what you know. You'll be the main point of contact, coordinating between vendors and sponsors. And this isn't just a to-do list, you know? This is your chance to build a powerful reputation as a go-to leader who gets things done. Now, once you've really mastered that lead CDM role, this is where things get incredibly exciting. The career paths just start to open up and branch out. It's a time where you really get to look inward and explore different directions based on what truly gets you fired up. It's a moment of real professional self-discovery. Which brings us to probably the most important question you can ask yourself at this point in your career. What do you actually enjoy the most? Do you love digging in and mastering a complex system? Do you get your energy from working with different teams? Or are you just fascinated by the technology that makes all of this possible? Your answer here is your compass for what's next. So, let's say you're someone who loves to be the absolute authority, the go-to expert on a specific topic. Well, the specialist track might be perfect for you. You could dive deep into standards management or become the wizard of systems implementation. Or maybe you pioneer new methods in risk-based monitoring. You become the person everyone in the company turns to for that one critical thing. But maybe you're a people person. Maybe you thrive when you're working with others. If that sounds like you, the collaborator path is a fantastic choice. Your CDM skills are like a superpower in other departments. You could move into clinical ops, use your amazing organizational skills in project management, or even work more closely with the numbers side in biostatistics.
And then, of course, for those of you who just love the tools of the trade, there's the technologist path. This is for the person who gets genuinely excited about making an EDC system sing, or building these powerful data visualizations, or exploring how brand new tech could completely change how we do our jobs. You'd be right there on the cutting edge of innovation.
Okay, so keeping those paths in mind, let's zoom out for a second and look at the long-term view, the executive track. For those of you who have that ambition to lead on a much bigger scale, there is an absolutely clear and rewarding path where you stop managing individual studies and you start shaping the entire organization.
This leadership ladder lays it all out. You start as a manager, and your focus shifts from just your studies to overseeing a whole team. From there, you could become a director, where you're doing strategic planning for multiple departments. And finally, as a vice president, you're not just managing, you're setting the vision for the entire clinical data management function of the company.
Now, climbing this ladder, it requires a totally different set of skills. Your technical knowledge is the price of admission. It gets you in the door. But executive success? That is built on what we call strategic soft skills. Your ability to negotiate for resources, to influence other leaders, to set a clear and compelling vision. Those things become every bit as important as knowing how to write an edit check.
Whew! We've covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From your very next job to the highest rungs of leadership. So, how do you actually make it happen? I want to leave you with a simple, powerful toolkit that you can start using literally today to build a career that's built to last. Here it is. It's a simple 3-step action plan. First, map out your next 3 years. Just 3. Decide if you're aiming for that lead role, a specialist position, or maybe something cross-functional. Second, invest in yourself. Pick one skill, maybe it's leadership training, maybe it's learning a new system, and just commit to it. And third, and this one is huge, find a mentor. or at least actively build your network. The advice you get from people who've been there is just priceless.
So, as we wrap up this entire series, I'll leave you with this one last question. The roadmap is officially in your hands now. You've got the knowledge, you've got the plan. The only thing left to decide is, what is your very first step? I truly hope this series has given you the confidence to take it. It has been an absolute pleasure guiding you on this journey. And hey, if you found this series helpful, please do me a favor and like, share, and subscribe so you never miss what we have coming up next. We've got new content for Beyond the Basics every Monday at 8 a.m. EST. And for anyone just starting out, check out Mentoring Maya, that's our beginner's guide, with new material dropping every Wednesday at 8 a.m. EST. Thank you so much for watching.